She round there still being mad at the Cosby because the Cosby then told her to lose weight. Lose weight? How dare Benzo Bill tell me to lose weight? Stop doing the girls with the dolls.
I don't hear nobody out there. Hold it down. Hold it down.
Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment respectfully, tip your favorite narrator via Cash App at $NAROB on YouTube. And if you have not already joined our book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a $5 fee, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Listen, y'all, we got a book that's on its way, okay? Our book club fairy, you know who you are. I love you so much. But our book club fairy sent us a book. If you are a member, you already know what it is. We're halfway through the Phyllis Hyman book. So I would say by like the second week of October, we should be on and pop it, if not sooner. Okay, y'all know my birthday is coming up October the 2nd. So please make sure y'all send me a birthday gift over there to the Cash App at $NAROB on YouTube. We gonna have, I need some new glasses, y'all, because look, the first dog then bit the bee. Lulu then bit the bee off the Burberry and then turned around and bit the Y off the Burberry on this one. Y'all need some glasses. I had these for a minute. Like, I think I've had these for like 3 years. My prescription has changed. But anyway, love bugs, let's continue reading. Dun, 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 dun. I got some teeth work done. Strength of a Woman by Jason A. Michael. Mr. Michael done a very good job. I know one of y'all gonna run over there and tell him I said so. While Phyllis continued to work on the next album, she toured as she could. Phyllis was doing a week's worth of shows at the Blue Note in New York in December of 1985 when she found herself performing in front of Bill Cosby. Impressed with what he saw, Cosby approached Terry Burris, Phyllis's music director. Hey, you think Phyllis would want to open up for me in Lake Tahoe and then the following week we'll come to Atlantic City? Cosby asked Burris, who suggested they pay Phyllis a visit in her dressing room and find out. She was hesitant about it, although no monies had been discussed yet. Burris recalled, I wonder if Phyllis knew that Bill Cosby had the propensity to put a Benadryl in somebody's cranberry juice cocktail. Shut up, Lou. I might not want to work with a person who got the propensity to put the dolls in the juice. You know, who knew that the thick thighs Diddy was Bill Cosby? They been doing this shit, y'all. I'm telling you, they been doing this. It's just Diddy's turn. It's like a cheap dollar bet. Hold on. Do y'all remember in the movie Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd and the Duke brothers made a bet that they could make homeless Eddie Murphy super rich and then super rich Dan Aykroyd super poor for a cheap dollar bet?
Given the right surroundings and encouragement, I'll bet that man could run our company as well as your young Winthorpe.
Are we talking about a wager, Randolph? I suppose you think Winthorpe, say if he were to lose his job, would resort to holding up people on the streets?
No, I don't think just losing his job would be enough for Winthorpe. I think we'd have to heap a little more misfortune on those narrow shoulders. If he lost his job and his home and his fiancée and his friends, if he were somehow disgraced and arrested with the police and thrown in jail even, yes, I'm sure he'd take to crime like a fish to water.
You'd have to put him in the wrong surroundings, of course, with the worst sort of people. I mean real scum, Randall.
We've done it before. This time it's in a good cause. How much you want to bet?
The usual amount?
Why not?
Let's mess around with Diddy. Let's make him think that he's strong and powerful. And then we send him to jail. I bet you it'll work. That shit ain't gonna work. It's gonna work. We gonna let him think he can do anything. And then at the end of the day, he gonna find out he don't do nothing. You got your dollar? I got my dollar. She was hesitant about it, although no monies had been discussed yet. Burris recalled, I think the fact that Bill Cosby was a big star, and sometimes Phyllis would get intimidated if the star was too much bigger than she was. In the beginning, she was like, no, I don't want to do it. Another reason that Phyllis was hesitant was likely the ultimatum that Cosby had laid down. He wanted her to drop some significant weight before they played together. Television puts 20 pounds on you, and I want you to be as beautiful as I see her. Sidney Francis recalled Cosby saying, I want to make you a star. No matter how sweetly he phrased it, Phyllis still took the statement as a demand, and she didn't respond well to those. I remember her telling me she wasn't going to do this Cosby thing because he had the nerve to tell her she needed to lose weight. I can't remember a day that I woke up in my mama's house that me needing to lose weight wasn't a conversation. Okay? I'm telling you, but you have to remember my mother was a model. So you had to be like pencil thin. I think I was wearing like a size 10 or 12, something like that. And the 10 and 12s in the 80s is not the 10 and 12s now. No matter how sweetly he phrased it, Phyllis still took the statement as a demand, and she didn't respond well to those. I remember her telling me she wasn't going to do this Cosby thing because he had the nerve to tell her she needed to lose weight, recalled psychologist Portia Hunt. She said she wasn't going to let anybody tell her what to do. And that's why you're not with the Clive Davis no more. For their part, Glenda and Sidney were not exactly thrilled by Cosby's prerequisite either. But they knew that opening for him would be a great opportunity for Phyllis. So they set about convincing her that she couldn't turn the offer down. They reminded Phyllis that she'd been trying to get to Vegas since 1980, when she accepted the part in Sophisticated Ladies in the hopes it would lead to such offers. Lake Tahoe wasn't Vegas, but it could certainly lead to a booking there. Phyllis opened for Cosby at Harrah's February 21st through 27th, 1986. But her shows did not go over well. She was very much an unknown to many of the people there, said Burris. But Cosby was finding a lot of acts that were not well known in the pop sector and trying to expose them to that market. So now it's up to you, the artist, to run with that. And she didn't quite run with it. I don't think she took to the type of audience, and it showed. So she has this grand opportunity in front of her, right? Created by Bill Cosby. Whenever somebody opened the door for you, you better walk through that mug. You better, because there will be consequences. One thing I've learned in life is somebody try to help you and you don't accept the help, they're going to kick you up the ass later. Y'all, any job you get, where they offer you a position for management and you don't take it, you will suffer. You hear me? Or they offer you a position to do something at the next level and you don't take it, they're going to make you pay because somebody somewhere fought for you to be considered for that position. And now you done made them look like a dummy. With that being said, let's get it back to Bill Cosby. She round there still being mad at the Cosby because the Cosby then told her to lose weight. Lose weight? How dare Benzo Bill tell me to lose weight? Stop drugging girls. That's what you need to do. Go over there and stop drugging the girls with the dolls. But she don't understand the opportunity. She look at it like he trying to tell her what to do. And you know she got issues with ninjas trying to tell her what to do. Phyllis hadn't let Clive define her. And she wasn't about to let Bill Cosby do it either. The sheer audacity of Cosby's command offended and infuriated her. She obsessed over it and replayed the conversation in her head over and over again each time she put down the fork and pushed away the plate. It got under her skin, and by the time she arrived in Tahoe, Phyllis had scratched herself raw. Clive had wanted Phyllis on his label, but for whom she could become, not who she was. Following the second show, Phyllis was supposed to have dinner with Cosby at his favorite Lake Tahoe restaurant. The plan was for Cosby, who was excited to be working with her and hoping for a lengthy partnership, to introduce Phyllis to some of the Tahoe bigwigs. Girl, don't go nowhere with him. Make sure you in public with him, girl. Shoot, we know you like the dolls, Phyllis, but the dolls that he giving you just going to make you go to sleep. And you wake up in an abyss of 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. But as often happened with Phyllis, when the stakes were too high, she panicked. She stepped out of her dressing room, saw Cosby with his entourage, and feeling outnumbered and outgunned, turned back around. When she finally emerged again some minutes later, it was a different Phyllis that showed up. She was like a little kid having a brat attack, said Sydney. She immediately developed an outrageous attitude. Phyllis, in her rattiest robe and most tattered pair of slippers, started heading to the elevator. Cosby saw her walking away and called to her. "Where are you going?" he asked. "We're supposed to be going out to dinner. I don't eat with people I don't know." She didn't even turn around and look at him, said Sydney. Once again, as it had with the Color Purple audition, Phyllis's fear had gotten the best of her. Her Vegas career was over before it began. Cosby stuck to his word, and we did Atlantic City the following weekend, said Terry Burris. Then that was it. It was no more Bill Cosby and no more of that type of crowd for her. The Cosby crowd wasn't her type of crowd because they didn't know who she was. Cosby was trying to put her in position. It ain't say nothing about that he invited her to his boudoir. It said that he invited her to dinner. In public, he ain't gonna slip you no Benny in public, girl. But I don't know. Phyllis be lunching. Phyllis, at psychologist Portia Hunt's urging, had decided to begin this new phase of her career with a clean slate and entered a rehabilitation facility to help her kick drugs and alcohol. "I told her I wasn't going to see her anymore if she didn't go," Hunt recalled. "She was doing the vodka, the booger sugar, and all of that stuff. She was cycling in and out of it. I felt she was really about to hit rock bottom. I told her, 'Phyllis, I'm not helping you. You really need to be in treatment.'" In early August, just as Philadelphia International Records prepared to service her first single from the album, Old Friend, to the radio, Phyllis traveled to Ephrata, Pennsylvania. There, using her middle name, she checked herself in the ARC, the Terraces Residential Addiction Treatment Program, as Linda Hyman. It devastated her that she was treated like everyone else. Glenda said with a laugh, recalling Phyllis's first days in rehab. It devastated her and at the same time refreshed her. Glenda kept her up to speed on the record status during her month in rehab. So far, Philadelphia International Records' second coming was being met with mixed results.
Hollywood, lovely wife and I, baby Carrie. No other stars that come, the sense of God, but it is in Hollywood,